Nation, welcome to a special Tuesday night episode of the Java Tears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. We wanted you guys to tune in tonight. We're gonna give some AEW recap, feelings, emotions, all of the above. And we will also be giving our Survivor Series predictions. This has been a very heavy, I feel like, wrestling month, to say the least. So last weekend was full gear, and thanks to everyone that came out the Legends last week, and there were some old faces and some new faces. So we always
Facts,
appreciate
facts.
everybody coming out and supporting. We truly appreciate it. So make sure to come out this Saturday for Survivor Series. Um, to watch it. It'll most likely be our last viewing party of 2022. So just make sure to come out and support. Before we get into some AE dubs, um, you guys finally, Mr. Black has watched Black Panther. Everyone give
Stephanie
him a round of
Hardy's in the
applause.
building.
Oh, Stephanie Hardy, hey girl. So, Mr. We had to wait until Mr. Black, had watched Black Panther because we didn't want to do it without him. So now that he's unwatched it, now we could talk about it a little bit.
Yo,
Because you so Wilkins out here looking
fire.
for Avengers to come to the funeral that
Come
ain't
on, son. Come on, son.
allowed in Wakanda. So I don't know what that's about.
Yeah,
But
y'all here disrespecting my man's B.
not even. So in the movie, what was your favorite part and what was the part that made you cry the most? Because I know everybody done cried in this movie.
I didn't cry, but I was very
You
emotional.
was a lie. You had tears. Don't do that.
Cry either.
Don't be like that. There was
Nah,
some
nah,
water
nah,
and
no.
some eyes. Yeah, don't even do
Nah, nah,
that.
no. Nah. Like, yo, there was mad black women in that movie, man. Like, yo. Mm, mm. There was mad my favorite type of women, chocolate women be. Oh man. Dang. There was fine. When it went to Haiti, it wasn't really Haiti though. Yeah, I ain't fucking slick, but
No,
I.
it was Haiti.
Which part?
The whole entire part they actually filmed in Haiti.
Probably some other part. I don't know because Haiti's in a shambles, son. But
Nah,
nah,
they
nah, nah,
filmed
nah.
the nice part. That's not disrespectful, son. You disrespected Haiti, bro.
Nah, 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 nah. But
I
yo,
was
you
there
come
about
to
to say,
find
when
out,
last time you went to Haiti?
like
How would you know?
but seriously, his son's name Toussaint.
Listen, so when we went to go see it, y'all, everybody knows I'm not the heavy Marvel, all that type of shit. That's not me. But I support just movies and I go as a movie watcher. But that ending with that little
Oh,
boy,
you know what? It was on the countryside. All right, good luck, Gene.
fellow Haitian in the building.
Yeah, this is like 50.
But yeah,
That's
Stephanie
Stephanie Hardy.
Hardy.
okay. I was like, I don't know whose it is, but I had a feeling.
Oh, Puerto Rico. Yeah, yeah. You see, it was
No,
from Puerto
they
Rico.
filmed in Haiti, my nigga.
Okay, well, regardless of the fact, now T'Challa has a whole child,
Yo, named
and
Toussaint, B. Woo! I
but
ain't
I
gonna.
just that moment just that meant a lot for me because one, I don't know how they all withheld that information from her. that was fucked up. But the fact that she has a some type of relation or something to her brother, I think that was dope. I really still don't think they had to kill Angela Bassett to get to that point, but Mikey says otherwise. But they didn't have to kill Angela Bassett though. It was
Nah,
it
it
was
makes
kind of
sense though. It
but
makes
that's what he
sense of
said.
like it
Uh,
makes sense as far as like plot wise because it was just like we both lost, like we both sacrificed so much to the point where like yo, if we keep on going at this war will not stop. So for the long run, it made sense story wise. It built a layer. It built a bed. Oh my god! When he had it like this, he was like, next thing you know, the flashback. Her mother like, spare him.
I love that Michael B. Jordan did that cameo. That I really did like.
Facts. Oh, it was Carl. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
see,
Sorry.
I really did like that Michael B. Jordan did the cameo because it gave a really good side into like what she really was feeling. She wasn't herself. She was only
But
thinking of
don't y'all
revenge.
see the bigger picture? It's about
W-
us black people and brown people coming together because these
Coming
colonizers
together.
are trying to destroy us.
Mhm. Mhm.
That we
Mhm.
must work together to take over this world because these colonizers is wild, disrespectful.
Dang, son, you feel me, son? Like, you know
But
what? When I see my Spanish brothers, I'm gonna do this. My Spanish brothers.
God.
so
Oh,
you know
Janelle, yo, Janelle, she could do both. She could do
my
both.
only
She could do
beef,
this and this.
I can't
my
do both at the
only
same time.
my only beef with the movie was Riri Williams' character.
Who is that?
Who's that?
Ironheart.
Oh,
I
that's
love that
Scarface.
little girl.
Yeah.
I didn't like the acting.
Oh my god, I love the little girl. She gave like she from Chicago. She gave the like, but she's a smart black girl that was at MIT. Like I off that I was sold.
I didn't like the acting. I thought it was kind of corny.
You said you didn't like the what?
The acting.
It didn't fit the it didn't fit the but then again she just started out, so give her a chance.
It's a little girl, isn't she? What isn't she supposed to have some series on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
Yep.
Gene
Yep.
just said that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause I was like, because this one had told me that after we watched it, because he was like, yeah, they're gonna that's who that's gonna be, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch that because it's a black girl.
No,
Go
it's gonna
ahead,
be
you
good.
can.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What else about the Black Panther? Um, did y'all see Lupita's training
Oh yeah, in the water.
in the water? That was
Oh, she was
hard.
lit. She was lit.
Like I love a good behind the scenes looking and like how things are like put
Mhm.
together. So like to actually train underwater with weights and that type of training is like no joke. So for her to do that is real. It and really it felt like a 3 hour funeral for Chadwick. That's really what it felt like.
It didn't feel like 3 hours though. Like it went by quick.
Bro, by 2.5, I definitely was like, what time is it?
No, I didn't feel like 3 hours to me either.
Me
I
either.
actually thoroughly. For one thing, I fall asleep in movies. I didn't fall asleep in that one.
Me
Oh,
too.
that's
Me
good.
too. Me too. Me
Wait,
too. I
what
saw
other
it all
movies
of them.
have you not fallen asleep to? Because you do fall asleep in the movie. I will co-sign that.
Black Panther 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't fall asleep during that one.
Well, oh, when we went to go see Fast and Furious, the
Yeah, I
first
didn't
one
fall
The
asleep
Rock
on
was
that one.
in, you didn't fall
Bro,
asleep on that
bro,
one.
because The Rock was there.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So that's because it's strictly because The Rock.
Because Dwayne.
Si- Endgame. I fell asleep the first time because I saw it at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Ah, okay.
But then when I actually went to go see it, I was just like, nah, I didn't fall asleep at all.
Okay,
Like,
good.
Oh
like,
wow.
like the movie for me, I know some people wanted more action out of it. I thought the pacing of the movie was really good.
Mhm.
Like, and they explained everything. There was no real plot holes for me when it came
Me
to the
too.
movie.
Me too.
That's
I
how I
thought,
felt about Black Adam, low key. Like I was
huh?
just like I said that's how I felt about Black Adam, low key. Like I appreciated the context, like the substance of it, like the story versus I mean there was action of course because Dwayne Johnson in it, but like I felt like because for someone the casual fan and I guess in that sense that don't follow and that's their first time being introduced and learning, I that's what I liked about the movie was like
But that's
it
what
was
I also liked about Black Panther because it felt like they weren't trying to fit it into the MCU.
it was its own story. Like even
Yeah,
from when he was born and the mom and them drinking the thing and I'm all turning blue, like all of that stuff. Like
yeah.
that stuff is dope.
It was that. I also like the fact that they really gave Chadwick a good send off in the movie.
Hmm.
I
Mhm.
also question because my homeboy at work asked me this. So when that first part when they showed the funeral part for Chadwick and they had
Hmm.
the little Marvel thing in the beginning, was your movie theater quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's movie theater was like everybody was telling me that you can hear a pin drop,
Mhm.
like it was just a moment. Um,
Or really in the movie theater, all you really heard was like people like sniffling,
yeah,
like for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on some like boo. It wasn't on some like you. No, it was literally like You were in a funeral procession, so you had to
Exactly.
be quiet.
Like it was crazy how like it was just that was like the constant thing that I heard. It was like so quiet in the movie theater when
Yeah,
with those Chadwick Boseman parts when they were talking
yeah,
about his character, and I love how they spoke of like they spoke about how he passed away, but they didn't speak about how he passed away. They did a good job of everything.
yeah,
The
They
movie,
really they stayed on the line of like fact and fiction, which was really
yeah,
good because it kept it relatable but still respectful to
yeah,
like his family and in that sense of privacy. Because in that beginning part when she was just like, I'm trying to do everything to save my brother, and I couldn't even do that type of thing, and it was just like, because like when you're at that end stage of cancer, there's nothing you can do. So
hmm
it was a really good, like, just, I think, honoring him. It was really good, and then, like I said, that little boy at the end took me out. Like, we was all like, why did they do this?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah, he
Can
was like, he's like, I heard you can keep a secret. It was just the cutest little like conversation that she was having with her nephew that she just found out 2 minutes ago.
that shit is wild.
Because when she was on the beach doing the ceremony thing, and I kind of was glad she came to do that, because I feel like that's what everyone should do, that to honor, to a part of the healing process. And when Lupia had walked down to the beach and I saw a shadow, I said, "Yeah, they doing the most now. I can't. They got this little boy who's not gonna grow up and be the Black Panther. They gonna keep it going." I said, "Well, damn."
Well, Lupita, I have
But
this one to tell you. I am Toussaint. My Haitian name is Toussaint, but my Wakanda
my
name
my what kind of name is
is is Prince
Prince
T'Challa.
T'Challa?
Hello there. Ha, ha, ha. My name
and
is
then
Prince
and then
T'Challa.
fade to black.
Hey,
too
and then
soft.
Lord.
I'm
All
named my
right.
son
Last
Tupac
question.
too.
Oh, it's actually a pretty name.
Too
what?
It's a
soft.
strong name, low key.
Too soft.
And you don't see a lot of kids with that name. So it's a really strong, but
It's
like
an
not
OG
used a
name.
lot name.
It's an OG
Last
name.
question before we actually jump into starting to talk about some good old wrestling. What is one movie in that, I guess, MCU like that round that you're excited to for it to come out? Like, what's the
Nigga,
next
X Men.
movie?
That's all I'm
Okay,
excited
Mr.
about.
Black. I mean, I
Well,
don't
what?
know.
Which one? Like,
What's
what's
the
the
next
question?
like? What's the next like comic movie that you're excited to see come out?
I don't know because I don't know what's coming out next.
Oh,
Oh, Ant-Man, the new one.
yes. Yo,
I'm
first of all,
excited for
shout
the.
out to that black dude. Shout out to that black dude in Ant-Man, because he's out here getting multiple checks. He's in multiple
Mad
movies
money.
coming out.
What's his name? Justin
I don't even know
Majors.
his name, and he's one of them. He one of them like Idris Alba niggas that is English and can act his ass off. But my
Mm.
man is in multiple movies, including Ant-Man. So I'm excited to see Ant-Man too. Actually, that's like one of the movies I like really enjoy. I had saw the second one with your boy Ish, actually. We went to go see
Okay,
Ant-Man, the second one, and I never saw the first one, so I went in there
it
like,
was
It's
good.
Jonathan Majors. That's his name.
oh,
Jonathan Majors.
Deadpool with Wolverine,
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say.
Jonathan Majors. So yes, but all right, guys, let's talk about once again AEW Full Gear has come and gone, and we have some new champs. We had a young lady get back in the ring almost after 5 years out of the ring. A lot to talk about, guys. Where do we start? What are some ups and downs of AEW Full Gear?
I'm proud of. I'm proud of. I'm gonna still call her Paige. I'm proud of Paige for getting
Okay.
back in the ring.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, the match sucked, but I'm still proud that she she did it again. Like all bullshit aside, like the human in me and the fact that this is what she's done her entire life and it was taken away from her. You
Mhm.
gotta. I felt that. I felt that emotion when she stepped out. When she stepped out, I felt the emotion when she after she won the match.
When she
It was
hugged
a
her
Mhm.
great
Me
brother.
too.
match. The match was a straight basudo.
Oh yeah, nah, it was dumpster juice. For real, for real.
But I don't blame her for that. I blame them for putting that match with fucking Britt Baker.
Brent Baker, yeah.
Because Britt can't carry a match like that. She's not advancing the game like that.
Really, it shouldn't have been a singles match to begin with, and I said that last week. But
Mm-hmm.
um, no, like you said, it's always gonna be about the comeback story. That's always what it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna always trump everything, even though the match was trash. The comeback story is is what everyone's gonna really focus on. So,
Yeah.
all right, what
Also,
else?
also, I enjoyed the tag match.
Which one?
Acclaimed versus
Swerve Glory.
Swerve and Glory. It was a good match. We all knew they were about to break up.
Hmm.
Swerve and Keith. Like we all knew that was coming. But it really was a good match.
What I liked about it, I like the story that it did tell. I will say that I
Mm-hmm.
did like that. I do think, and you already know, I'm a stickler for placement of matches. I honestly would have opened the show with that tag team match. I would open the show with them. You end with champs and you start with champs, and I think that would have been a really good homage to them because with what you would call it with the acclaim and with NJF, shout out to Creative Pro Wrestling School coming out of Long Island and training, in the tri-state area, and then this is their home. So I think I would have put that match first instead of the cage match. But what were your thoughts on this cage match? That I had to realize that they came out of the cage.
Yeah, like honestly,
Did y'all
I
realize
felt
that?
I felt like okay, this is my feelings. I felt it was a two-part match to me. I felt the first half felt like a video game where it was a glitch that to get tables underneath the ring because it threw me off. I'm looking like, yo, why did you do that? You made yourself look dumb. Common sense, you do that in the beginning of the match and you lock them in. Once you get out of it, it takes away the illusion. But
Right,
but once they did got in the cage, the match was fire.
right. Because I had to think back. I was like, wait, when you're in the cage, once you come out of the cage, the match is
That's
over.
Vince's rule. That's Vince's rule.
So I was just very thrown off by them exiting the cage before the
Did
match
they
ended.
did they give the rules
No.
I don't even know.
during the
All
during
I
the match?
all I knew was that the pinfall and submission was valid. That's
Yeah.
actually the only thing I did know.
So it was just a regular match with a cage around it.
Yeah, basically.
But
Oh.
no,
You know,
but that's how original cage matches are, though. The original cage
the
matches
the
are to
right
keep
the
people
right
out.
person won though. I think
Yeah, me too. I agree with
so.
that.
I do think that Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I think he deserved that one. I'm
So
very
hold on. This is a really good point actually. Because my brother kind of said this is Vince's rule. It's crazy that because of the monopoly that WWE had for so long in professional wrestling, that we go off their rules for everything. And the thing is, it's nobody's fault. Like literally, all of us grew up. Majority, we watched TNA, we watched ECW, but for a large portion of our lives, majority of what we watched was WWE television, and literally
Yeah.
WWE's rules. A lot of times we go, this is supposed to be the rules. It's supposed to be the rules for everything. Like, and yes,
I mean,
it seems weird.
I guess it's because it's a certain standard that's been over 40, 50 years in place. And
Mm-hmm.
unless there's a match where you tell the rules before the match starts, then you're gonna essentially go by the standard.
Yeah, of
You're gonna
course,
go by what you know.
and,
So
and, and, and
Exactly.
that's and that's what I'm saying is just that we go off of that. So we just go, yo, this is how it's supposed to be. And then my brother just said, like, nah, the original cage matches were regular matches with a cage around it. But then Vince was like, "Nah, we're gonna spice it up. In order to win this match, you gotta climb out this bitch."
And it's fire like that. Honestly, it
No,
was
but
fire.
yeah, like I feel like, and that's what threw me off about the match, about them outside of the cage, because it's like that defeats the purpose of a cage. Like if y'all, like if we just wanted a prop thing, like that's just like, well, I guess when they did the Inferno match and he set him on fire outside of it, I guess that's a different story for a different day. But
Yes, 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 yes.
moral of the story is, if there's a cage, stay your ass in the cage, because that's what makes sense. But
It's funny that Vince took a Japanese death match, basically Inferno match, and made it safer.
okay.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. And then it's like it just shows the domination of WWE over the past, especially over the past 20 year. Yes, we'll just say 20 years. Over the past,
I'm gonna go 35 because at least count from WrestleMania. I'm gonna
no,
go
no,
from a
no,
solid
no.
like 35.
I'm talking about like straight
20.
domination because
Yeah, it's
even
over
during
20 years.
like
Yeah,
Well, okay, then I guess you can start mid 90s. Okay, fine.
yeah, I'll say
yeah.
about 20 years because then WCW still had its run, but like the chokehold that WWE has on wrestling is crazy to me. Cause like when you think about it, everybody always tell me, "Oh, you like wrestling, that WWE shit,"
That is true.
and
Well, because it's a
it,
global brand with no competition. Like,
no, that
what
no,
did I say?
but that's the crazy thing about it.
No, it is.
Like
It's pretty wild.
it's just that literally every time we talk about any company, even if we don't want to, we will compare it to WWE. Even on the indies,
Vince wouldn't do that. Vince would never.
or like, let's say we go to
Facts.
an independent show. Like we would go to an independent show and then be like, "Yo, this is borderline WWE quality here." Oh
That is
shit!
true.
Ooh.
That is true.
I actually like what Stephanie said because growing up, I went to like Ringling Brothers every year. Like my mom took us every year, and that's actually a really good comparison because when that shit is in town, everybody goes,
Someone
and
said this.
it's
Someone
that's
said
a really
this.
good one.
Soul Circus for the black people. Brilliant Brothers for the white people. I was like, oh, all right. I've been to Soul Circus. That's
I've
like,
been to
no,
Soul Circus.
I've been to Soul Circus.
I never
I've
been to Ringling Brothers.
I've
Yeah,
never
me
been
either.
to. I'm so
I lost my
sorry.
shoe at the circus
Why did you lose
What?
your shoe? Were you
because I had
running?
it and I was dingling and then it came off my feet and they had to fight underneath my chair. Yeah, like it was a net underneath it and they got it.
Did you get your shoe back?
Yeah, yeah. My mother would have killed me. She would have whooped my behind if I didn't get my shoe back. When I say kill me, she probably would have killed me.
Well, I mean, you would have went home with one less shoe. So
She would have beat me for hours.
Universal Soul
yeah,
Circus.
I've never experienced that.
That's where the black
So
folks
sorry.
go. But that was my little rant about like, cause I was like, yo, when my brother said like, well, Vince, but I was like, Vince rules is like, it's crazy because the business is based on Vince's rules.
It's the standard.
Like
Like
like WWE has set the standard of what wrestling is. Now going outside the standard, going away from that, obviously you're entitled to do that, and it's just wild to me.
So actually, you know what? That actually makes me think of a question. If we, if let's say ECW growing up went really hard on like deathmatch shit, do you think we would understand it more now?
No,
no,
Why?
because
because everybody
deathmatch
watched
is
it.
an abstract art of
Yeah,
professional wrestling.
No, but I'm saying
that
like, what if growing up it wasn't and it was like the norm?
The norm,
Then
no,
what?
it's just too niche to ever be the norm. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
wrestling's
because it's
already
too
a niche.
bloody.
No, but
Nah,
it's
nah, nah.
mega niche.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
bro, like even watching it live, you're like, ill.
No, yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Like when we, so I will always bring up when we watched those death matches at GCW, and we were sitting there, and nobody enjoyed it. None of us. There's three of us here with different opinions, and none of us enjoyed it.
Like, yo, I have a really good friend, like, from, like, back in the day. He always goes to them GCW shows. And I just be like, I don't get it, but good for you.
Nah,
I
nah.
gotta go to
Listen,
one. I gotta go to one.
it's
No, no bullshit, though. The one they just had in Rhode Island, that card was that.
yeah, but the thing about it, for yo, it is like a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche. That's death matches for me. Like it's just like yo,
Makes
you
you turn your
really gotta
stomach.
have like some real. It's like that. You know that beer, those beers that like you think is fucking disgusting, but like only a certain type of people drink that shit.
Yes. Or like when you do a flight and you only like that particular thing, but everybody likes the other thing. Yes.
Yeah, it's like death matches is like the niche of a niche of wrestling.
Yeah,
It's
because
just, it's funny.
honestly, deathmatch is very hard to watch because I want to referee one, but it's very because at any moment somebody
Yarly,
could
if your
just.
ass get hurt at some fucking
I'm not. No,
deathmatch
no,
shit,
no,
I'm
no, no,
rolling the
no, no,
fuck
no, no,
up
no,
and I'm gonna
no,
have a
no, no, no,
problem.
no, 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 no. Like I
You
don't care if
understand
like
that?
Nick. No, no, no. I don't care if Nick Gage call me a pussy for a long sleeve. Fuck you, Nick
Yo, I
Gage.
so want to get him. I so want to
Yo,
interview him still.
if
So wanna-
Nick Gage tells me you're a pussy for wearing long sleeve, I'll say, Nick Gage, I'm this. You're this. Understand that, Nick Gage. Understand that. But I want to, like, it's hard to watch because it's
It's
very
hard to
gruesome.
watch, hard to be a part of, but the thing is, people fuck with it.
Yeah,
Correct.
because again, like, for example, seeing John Cena, Ric Flair, in a crimson mask, that's cool to see. But seeing somebody with touch right here, cuts right here, a big gash right here. He going through glass and stuff like that. Getting hit in like a tool, getting stabbed with forks.
You know what's wild though? Like
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to like no ring matches though. It's weird.
me too. Me too.
I'm not
Me too.
100% against those.
Me either. Me either. Because
Like
for me,
Dre, like Dre's first independent experience was at a bar with
yeah,
no ring, but I didn't know. I didn't know, to be fair.
I think
But
like
I don't
honestly,
mind them.
I think it's fire because WWE trained us to like it. Think about it. Then they go for in the boiler room match.
Oh, think of the hardcore title matches, like the 24/7 title that was like
So
everywhere.
it trained us for us to like it.
Ah, okay. See, so that's why I asked if we growing up had been introduced
Dang.
to deathmatch
It
shit,
goes back to
would we understand that now?
Nigga, no. I'm telling you, it's like watching people die in front of you.
God.
There's a certain level.
Okay.
There's a certain level of like you certain way you have to be, and maybe getting used to seeing it. But I feel like if you're an 8-year-old watching death matches, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, you're gonna be fucked up for life.
Nah. Honestly, hindsight being 2020, all those kids that watched deathmatch growing up, they fucking weird now, son. So you right.
That's why
Like
some shit. That's
literally,
why
like
some
I
shit
was in
ed.
special ed. Like honestly, I was in special ed. So a lot of my friends are from special ed, and all the kids who like deathmatch are fucking weird.
Well, all right, we're gonna move right along. Let's see what other matches that I mean the ROH title match. I knew Jericho was gonna win anyway, so I'm not gonna go
Samoa
into
Joe winning
that.
surprised me.
That made me so angry,
Why?
and I love Samoa Joe because it didn't have to it. It didn't have to happen at all. Like just even pull it back to the whole Warjo thing. Like Warlow when he won the TNT title has not since he's won it has not had a meaningful type of feud or meaningful even match for his whole title run. And then you velcro him to Samoa Joe for no reason because he's a different company's champion. So I don't understand what that was about. For him to then turn on him and then you insert Will into it Which if even if Wardlow was gonna lose the title, somebody else could have been in that place because Haas hasn't had any type of push, any type of momentum. I just don't get it. Like I don't understand. Like I mean, and then what's the end game with Joe now having both belts?
It,
Because
it, it,
you mentioned it's gonna get people to watch the ROH pay per view that's happening in about almost what 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But will it?
but
Um,
so the best way to do that one would be if Wardlow gets a rematch clause for that title, and then it becomes Wardlow versus Samoa Joe at ROH, and then Wardlow becomes a dual champion.
I mean, I understand that, but I kind of feel what Janelle's saying because you didn't have to have Hobbs in that match. You could have had him feud with Warlord, then feud with Samoa Joe. You could have at least got a feud out of him. And like Janelle said, I never felt his presence at TNT Champion. I felt his sort of afterthought. I felt that
Yo,
when he carried that belt, it felt like a prop. It didn't feel
if we're
real
gonna
from
talk
the
about
feel.
lackluster
Terrible.
run,
Trash.
he gets that one, and he did, and it was like you guys build him up to overcome MJF to then do nothing with him. I don't know the disconnect. Like I don't get it. I really want
No, it
better
was
for him.
bad.
Just like I want better for Jade. I just want better. like I don't get it. And honestly, Nyla should have probably won. Low key. Because everybody likes a comeback story. And now she's coming once again, she's in that box and she's almost gonna be champion for almost a full year. And then once again has not had it maybe one, maybe two, but hasn't had really any type of fuse for us to be like, yo, remember when such and such and such?
I feel
And she
like
deserves better than that.
another person who deserves better is Hook. I feel like
So
Hook doesn't do nothing.
like I did like the match with him and oh boy, what's his name? Fuck,
It
the
was
Tiger
good.
Style nigga.
Lee Moriarty.
Yeah, I did like the match though.
Me too. Me too.
But once again, that FTW title has no direction, so it's super hard for him to grow and do bigger things when there's no real direction for a belt that they don't even really recognize. So I really, there's a disconnect for me there. And I like Hook. He definitely is his daddy's child. So I do like him. But
No, he's not
what they gonna do?
because his daddy used to look black back in the day.
Yo, do you understand? Yo, when Nikolai fucking posted that shit, I said, yo, Taz was out here catfishing all of us when we were kids. And I need him to answer questions. I need Taz to go on like a Facebook Live or Instagram Live. And I need all of us as a community to get on that and question that man
Oh
and
my
why
god.
he let us
Oh my
think
god.
that he was black. Because that wasn't okay. That's probably really why I started watching ECW because I thought the nigga was black. And I was like, oh shit, the black niggas fucking him up on TV. It ain't him. Yo,
Come to
I'm so
find out,
upset.
this man is white as snow.
White, wiggity white.
Is he
We
Jewish?
talked about this. He's Italian, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because the real thing though is like where Italy is really next to Africa. So a lot of people that are descendants from like Sicily, they're actually very like they look like
Wait,
us.
wait. Vin Diesel's not black?
He half black, I think.
No,
I don't
no.
think he's full black. I think he half black.
Hold on. Wait, Vin Diesel's black, son.
I think he's half black though. I don't think he's full black. But he don't even look black, Steph. Low key, he looked mixed. But but yeah, once again, Will, you deserve better, and I keep telling you, you
Yo,
deserve better. So
he is English.
there's
Well,
that.
his mother is English, German. Yeah, so his mother's super white, and his adopted dad. Wait, hold on. I'm reading this right now. Hold on. I'm reading this right now.
I'm intrigued now.
Yeah. So parents. It says he was Deborah. He was raised by his mother Deborah and his adopted Vincent and blah blah blah. It says his mother is white, super white basically. His adopted dad is African American. Referring to his biological father background, Jesus said himself he's definitely a person of color. So he's black, son. Yeah. And his
Yeah, like,
daddy,
I know he at least
yeah,
half black. I knew the
yeah,
daddy
and
was like the black side, or like a
yeah,
person of color.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he
And the
looks
person who
mixed.
raised him, yeah, and the person who raised him was
He looks
black, so he
mixed.
got black. Yeah, he
Taz,
does.
growing up, did not look mixed.
He,
If you go back and look at Taz's debut, he is as almost as dark as me in that debut, in that Royal Rumble. I promise you.
son,
But
he really
welcome
looked
back, Sir
black,
Wilkins. I
son.
know you had to get your food.
Yo, fuck this nigga,
Yeah, so
son. This
So
nigga look
let's move
black,
on. We got
son.
maybe like two or three other matches to kind of hit on.
Yeah,
We are now entering, which I don't even know why for the life of us, a best of seven series with the Death Triangle in the Elite.
love it.
What?
why?
Why?
Honestly, I like. Honestly, it keeps them away from everyone else. Keeps them busy. At the end of the day, if you want to sell tickets, they're going to sell tickets. And it's nice and spread out too. It's not back to back, back to back. At the end of
Nah,
the
some of
day,
them is definitely back to back.
well, I like it because at the end of the day, they haven't been on TV for a while. Fuck it, let them go at it. They haven't done it before in AEW. Why not? Like, what's worst that can happen? The matches,
So
like the match is not good.
my fear is the matches are gonna all look the same. My fear is that by the fourth match, everyone's gonna be exhausted. My fear is it definitely takes away from other trios going after the title. So it locks them in a series that make, as you mentioned, makes them untouchable. But now that takes away from, you have the House of Black apparently coming back. Um, you think of any other trio, Dark Order, Best Friends, whatever, whatever. It takes away from anybody else getting an opportunity and getting into that picture. And for
Um,
me, I would have, if it was me, I would have maybe done the best of three and kept it
best of
very
five.
short, but kept it. Five would have been my max, but three, I
Yeah.
think, would have built enough story for them to have one each. Like, they already won one
I
kind of,
agree.
but each one would have won one, and then that last one would have kept everybody on the edge of their seats. Them doing seven, like it's the NBA fucking finals, bro.
But the last time the Bucks
Not
did the best of
necessary.
seven, each match was fire. They had it with the Young Bucks versus Generation Me, or was it? No, no, no. That was them. It was Motor City Machine Gun and Beer Money, best of seven. Never mind.
But from what you remember, did all of the did the matches all look similar?
No, it was different matches. Cage matches, hardcore matches, ladder
Okay,
match.
so if there were different stipulations to this best of seven series, then maybe I
Most
can
likely
get
gonna
jiggy
do
with
it.
it.
Knowing them, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that though.
Knowing them, they probably won't.
So
Until maybe the very end.
they have to do stipulations because it won't work any other way. Because yes, we're all smart marks and we all enjoy technical wrestling, but these niggas gonna do the same flippy shit over and over again unless they kill themselves.
Yeah. You're right.
But yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. I think that series
That's
is
my
starting,
only.
if not this week, coming up, then next week. And it's going all the way up until I think the beginning of January when they make their debut in the Pacific Northwest area. So stay tuned. Like if you're on the West Coast, you're gonna be able to, I think, catch any one of those matches that they're gonna have. Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, new interim women's champion.
The right person won.
The right person won, but the right person won the wrong fucking title. It should not be interim anymore. I'm so sorry, Thunder. I love you, but something has to give. Like something has to give.
They need to stop with that
Um,
shit completely, bro.
See, but Stephanie, I know we were actually at the first match of that best of three series between Axum and Nathan Frazier. We was there, but once again, it was a best of three. But girl, that shit is too much. Um, Last but not least, there is a new face of AEW. There is a new world champion by the name of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, guys. He's finally hit to the mountaintop. And he let everybody know who the fuck he was at that media. I don't know why he set some stuff up for that. Like I think now it's just an ongoing joke now.
What?
Like one person just gotta fuck with Tony. Like just gotta fuck with him. Just gotta go off script. At least one person. But
Listen, they needed a change.
well yeah. And Mox is older vacation. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, and this is good for the company because you're finally using your pillars to be your champions. Now,
Um
this is a test for MJF,
MJF.
and a lot of people are not seeing this. Like, yeah, MJF talked a lot of big game over the past year about what he's been, who he is, and what he's capable of, all this other shit, and him going to WWE, all this other crap. Now, you have your company's top prize. Now, these are the questions that have to be answered. Are you a legit draw? Are you going to carry this company to the next level now and bring
True.
more eyes to this company?
That is true.
Because yeah, you've been in some pretty good matches, but you had other top guys with you. Now all eyes are on MJF from Tony, from Triple H at WWE to see how good you really are.
if you could be the man that you say
Yes.
you are.
Mm-hmm.
Um Speaking of MJF, his first opponent will either be Ricky Starks or Ethan Page. They will have a match tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite, and the
Wait, wait,
winner
wait,
will face.
hold on. You didn't ask me how I feel about MJF winning.
No, I was gonna go back to you. I was just
Oh,
answering that so that you could go off of that.
oh.
It's a method to the madness. I didn't forget about you. As I was saying, so the winner of that match will be facing MJF. That will be probably his first title defense at Winter is Coming next month. So, Mr. Black, I would love your thoughts not only on MJF winning, but your thoughts on which one of the two men that I just mentioned should be his first opponent and why.
MJF winning is good. Is now it just shows you, like my brother said, is I you talk all this shit now when you wasn't the guy. Now you are the guy. You feel me? Like right now
Hmm.
is you are either gonna be Kobe or you're gonna be Tracy McGrady on the Magics. Which one are you gonna be? Because Kobe manned up and did what he had to do and surround himself with good people. And he took over that team. T-Mac didn't have it, he couldn't do but so much. So my thing is at the end of the day, are you gonna take this coming to the finals? Are you gonna do the extra stuff? Are you gonna go to extra programming to elevate to the next level? Am I gonna see you on Good Morning America? Am I gonna see you on stuff outside of wrestling to elevate the brand? Am I gonna see you on that? You talk all this shit though, right? So let's see. So I feel like honestly, they both deserve it. They both deserve it. Like I feel like Ricky a little bit more because I feel like Ricky is a better entertainer. Like him and MJ are gonna have a fire ass match. And honestly, they both should get it. Eventually, he probably eat the pace down the road. But I feel like him and Ricky Starks, the promo alone, that's a great way to start off your feud with somebody that you could go cold toe on the mic would challenge you to get you that next level. So I want Ricky Starks to win.
Okay, so welcome. So who would you like to see be MJF's first title defense against.
I think Ricky Stark should be the best one because he's been a major part of the company. Um, Aesthetic wise, it's Ethan Page just because of the size, but I prefer Ricky because the promos are going to be a whole lot better.
See?
Promos between those two will be a whole lot better.
Dang. Stephanie is right.
I
What
mean,
about you?
she not lying. As much as yeah, he ain't eat all day. That's how he do. As much as I have a found respect for Ricky Starks, I do think that he's owed, as Mr. Black mentioned, a feud and not a one off. And I feel like because this is a random ass winter is coming dynamite, that it's gonna be more of a one off match, which is why I'm leaning towards Ethan Page probably winning that match and then going to face MJF, especially because he was a part of that whole Fern shit with Michael Bivens and all that type of shit. So I kind of see Ethan winning, but I do absolutely want to see, and rightfully, Ricky Starks get an opportunity and get an actual program with a champion. It actually at this point it don't even matter who the fuck champion he go for. Go for anybody at this point, but there's certain people on that roster that just deserves a program versus a one-off. And they do that's always been my issue with connecting to AEW. It's been the one-offs. It's like back on when I watched Rampage last week and it was live here in Jersey
Hmm.
and they had Ortiz and Eddie Kingston versus two dudes that were from like Japan. And I was just like, I don't even know these two dudes. So I don't even know the
No, the other
importance.
guy
I
you
don't even
know.
know.
The other guy you know, he been on AEW mad times.
Bro, I don't know anybody that was on that
Yo,
TV show.
shout outs to Encore for being on AEW Dark again. Shout outs to
Oh, did
him.
you see JC Storm? She took off Athena's little thing on Rampage. I thought that was
Yeah,
dope.
I seen him.
So super side note, yeah, I know how I feel about Ember Moon and her hair and all that shit. But I will say, I do like her as this like badass heel little low key. That she's been this little energy she been got going on. I'm kind of here for it. Just had to put that out there on the streets. So
Uh,
sis,
uh,
may not agree with you all the way, but I'm rocking with this for a little bit. I'm gonna see how this
me
goes.
too.
I
Me too.
actually
Me
like it.
too.
All right, so we're gonna transition and get you guys out very soon, but we're gonna talk about Survivor Series, the last big four
Walker's
pay-per-view
back.
of 2022, and this year is a little special because Pop Pop Trips has brought back War Games. It'll be the very first time War Games is on the main roster, and we have a women's War Games and we have a men's War Games match, which definitely I think some people have been saying it's been a lackluster build, but I think you really have to watch the product consistently to see that it hasn't been a lackluster one. Because they really been this has been building since really SummerSlam. To really want to be honest. Um, so right now there's 5 matches. They're gonna keep it short but sweet. So we have Finn Balor representing the Judgment Day versus AJ Styles representing the OC. Captain versus captain of their teams going head to head. What are your guys' thoughts? Who's gonna come out victorious?
Age Finn, because I heard that Trip is very high on him.
I don't know why.
We always been high on him.
I don't know why. But whatever.
Yo, you don't like
Don't do
nobody.
that.
Who do you like? Who do you like?
The Rock.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Brawling men.
Who do you like right now? That actually is not a bad question.
Who do I currently like?
Yeah, like right now.
Ricky Starks.
Okay.
I really like Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
Massive fan of Orange Cassidy. You know who's really grown on me? The Lucha Bros.
So still I only like one of them.
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, that one. I
Um,
like that one.
WWE. You know I love Kevin.
Yes.
Love Roman. I actually my favorite wrestler right now is actually Seth Rollins.
Okay. Sassy out
Um,
here with the Joker promo on Monday
Man,
Night Raw.
you know I love me some Cody. But
Cody.
supposedly Seth made the injury worse. But that's Cody's fault for wrestling with that
Well,
injury.
because he wrestled the match, yeah. But actually, Brandy was on somebody's podcast this past week, and they had asked her about Cody, and she said, "Well, I'm no doctor, but he looks 100%." Like just straight up was like he looks ready to go, and I was just like, "Well, then." All right. So Mr. Black says Finn. Who do you guys are looking? Finn or AJ Styles?
Definitely Finn.
yeah.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go AJ Styles because they've been new. I'm gonna say New Day. Judgment Day's been winning a lot, so I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna give AJ Styles the W. To kind of at least
But
equal
AJ
the
lost the edge.
momentum.
I mean, Finn lost the edge.
No, Finn won. He won the I Quit match.
He did.
Oh, he did. Okay,
Hmm.
AJ then.
And also too, speaking of that, Edge might just pop back up and try to fuck him up. So whoop, there that is.
Yeah.
So
That'd be a
we
good feud.
have for the it would be. We have for the SmackDown Women's title. We have. I'm super excited. Shotzi has a title match. I know she probably won't win, but I just love the fact that she's getting this opportunity because I think she's always been talented, even
Mhm.
from the Evolve days. So who do you guys have? Will we see a new SmackDown Women's Champion, or will
Absolutely not.
Ronda?
What's wrong with you? Next.
What do you listen? We live in a world right now where we don't know. They may just pull the trigger on shit. We just don't know. For the U.S. title, we have Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley
Bobby.
versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. I actually really love how they've made the U.S. title really prestige on Raw. Like it's almost like must see. And I think that's a really good way, especially because Roman still has these two belts. So somebody gotta, be like the A champion on that show. But who do you guys see? Will we see a new United States champion, or will Seth Rollins walk out of Boston still champ?
He'll walk out of Boston still champ.
You
No,
think
I'm
so?
going myself. Bobby Lashley.
I think he loses. I think he
Really?
loses it at Rumble.
So I totally see Austin Theory winning.
Really?
Um, yeah, and I say more. Seth doesn't need the title because I see Seth being in the Rumble. I honestly even see Seth even going number one.
Hmm.
Just because I
Just to
know
fuck with
that they'll
Cody.
trust him with the yeah, like or when Cody either Cody comes in at 30 and fucks him up and throws him over. But Seth
I
either
would
is gonna be number one or Seth's gonna be one of the final four in the Rumble.
I would
One of
love
them.
for Seth to take the title off Roman.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I actually not I'm not against that either. Cause that match at
Me
Rumble
either.
last this year, I was glued. Like Seth is such a. I love how he plays mind games, like
Seth is a
old school
generational
mind
talent.
games. Like Seth brings you back to like some type of 80s, 90s like maneuvers, and I enjoy that. So yeah, I'm gonna go Austin Theory on this one. Um, just because Bobby still has unfinished business with Brock, and Seth
Oh yeah.
keeps
Right. Right.
name
Right.
dropping Cody. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm like either Cody's comes back
That
and
makes sense.
and costs him the match, or
Right.
something happens. But all right, so we're now down to the war games. So the women's war games features all the lovely ladies on the Raw brand. We have Team Bianca, which we have Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion, who just announced with her lovely husband that they will be having an 8 episode series on Hulu next
Of who?
year of them. They got their
Oh,
own reality
Bianca.
show.
Bianca.
You know
Right.
what's
Right.
crazy?
Yes.
I told them that they needed their own show when we were on and they came on the
Oh, when
podcast.
you saw her,
Yeah, and then she was like, "Yeah, maybe I don't know," and I was like, "No, you
oh,
gotta
she
show it."
probably low key. She probably knew then that they was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, they probably was filming it.
So yeah, they were on the Today Show this morning,
I saw
and
that.
they had announced that they're gonna do the show and that they're gonna start recording in a few weeks. So clearly, Bianca will probably be champion for a little bit longer. But they're gonna start recording in the next like few weeks, and then it's a eight episode season. So I'm looking forward. It's excited to see that. But back to Team Bianca. So we got Bianca Belair, we got Asuka, we got Alexa Bliss, and we got the returning Mia Yim, and we still don't know the remaining member of their team. It is a
They
mystery
said it's
person that they had
Becky.
said
Becky
they
Boots.
will announce on SmackDown. I do think it's Becky Lynch. Um,
Shout out to
I
Tay
really don't
J.
see anyone else.
What about
That
Charlotte?
so, but Charlotte last was on SmackDown, and that's the only reason why I was like, I don't see it happening because I really actually want Charlotte to come back and take the title off
Oh,
of
someone said it
Ronda.
might be
So
Tegan Knox.
that would be random as fuck.
Why?
But that would fuck with Dakota. Oh, that would totally make sense though. Wow, that's a good one.
You mad
I didn't think of
amazed.
that.
Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
no, because I had went to the War Games, the last War Games, 2019 in Chicago when it was NXT,
When she turned on him.
and that's when she turned on her. So
So
But
that's
the
why I'm
thing
like,
about it is,
oh,
don't do that. It could be, but don't do that to that girl. You know, people be like, "Who is that?" Don't do that to her.
but that's what commentary's for. Unfortunately, those in the arena don't get that opportunity.
True.
But commentary's
True.
job is to tell us as the viewers who she is when like if she comes out.
But I can
So we
see
have
Tegan
True.
Knox because lately, and this is the one thing this is the favorite thing I've been enjoying about Triple H's run. He's been connecting everything outside of the main
So it
roster
might be Tegan
to
Knox
people
too. You're right. Since
because he's
you
like,
might be your
oh,
favorite.
NXT. They'll mention NXT. They'll mention other promotions. They'll mention New Japan Pro
yeah, they started
Wrestling
mentioning more different promotions nowadays too, just so
because
that you know.
well, it's because let's be real. It's we're not ignorant to the fact that there's other promotions out there. And
Right.
Vince's
Yeah.
whole thing was that the WWE universe is the only universe, and I respect that. Oh, Doctor D is coming on Saturday.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. He had said he was gonna come on up, so we'll see that. Oh Lord,
He's
I
from
really don't
Delaware,
want
right?
Chelsea Green. Doc lives, I
Chelsea
think
Green.
I want to say Virginia, Maryland. I don't think Delaware.
Listen, Chelsea Green. As soon as she makes one step of respect.
She's going to hurt her hand again. So keep her out. So that's Team Bianca, and then Team Damage Control is of course Damage Control, which consists of Io, Dakota, and Bailey, and they also have Rhea Ripley, and they also have Nikki Cross coming back. This past last night on Monday Night Raw, Team Damage Control won the advantage, so they will
Mm-hmm.
probably be the first. They'll have the advantage for that war game. So is it going to be Team Bianca or Team Damage Control? What do you guys think?
Team Bianca.
Yeah. Cause she has a
Yeah,
TV show coming out, so that looks good on TV.
correct. Um, and then we have the men's war games match, which is featuring. It almost feels like U.S. versus everybody, and it's hilarious, but it's not. So you have the Brawling Brutes, you have Sheamus, you have Drew McIntyre, and the returning Kevin Owens
He's coming from Maryland.
versus the Bloodline, which is Roman, the Usos, um, whatchamacallit, Solo Sokoa, and Sami Zayn. This Friday night on SmackDown, they will have a tag team match to determine which team will have the advantage. So we don't know that as of yet, but who do you guys think is going to win? Will the Bloodline run through the other team, or will the other team surprise the Bloodline? Because remember, it's elimination.
I
I
think
think
the
the blue.
Oh
bloodline
no, it's War
wins.
Games. It's not Survivor Series. I lied. My bad.
I think the bloodline wins, but
Yeah.
it is going to be one of those hard wins, and you're going to see the cracks within the bloodline. You're going to start seeing the end of the bloodline real soon.
I
I
think
think
we already started seeing it, to be honest. But you'll continue to see the pieces. I had fuck with Mikey the other day. Last night we was watching Raw. I was like, yo, what if Kevin Owens screws the team though and just goes rogue? Says fuck all y'all, I'm out. Cause that's some Kevin Owens shit. But that was just being me. But who said Team Drew all the way? God, Lord of mercy. Um, but yes, if once again you're not going to Boston, you can come on down tri-state area. We'll be at Legends this Saturday.
We can go down the
Make sure to
road.
come early because seats will be taken very quickly. If you have not
Mm-hmm.
already RSVP, make sure to please do so. We will most likely, in the good graces, be back on our regularly scheduled date on Thursday next week. So we will be back the Fallout of Survivor series, and we will start to talk about the end of year. What matches, what new talent that's come up. We're gonna start breaking down this year slowly but surely because we got a few more weeks left of the year. So stay tuned for that. Anything else going on? HOG has their last show of 2022 coming up in a few weweeks. I
They got
believe
our boy Marco.
BCW too as well has a show coming up. Pro Wrestling Magic has two shows coming up out in Jersey. So always make sure to go support independent wrestling. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else. That is it, guys. Eventually Sammy will probably turn on the bloodline. We just don't know when, or will
Uh,
he? We don't know.
oh,
But make sure to catch us and also make sure to also follow us on all social media platforms
yes,
at the
sir.
Java Tears Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page as well. Other than that, last but not least, guys, what is one thing that you're thankful for? And we can't
You
say each
guys.
other because that's a cop out. Don't do
No,
it.
it's you guys. I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, me too. And
I just told y'all we not
all
gonna
right,
say each
fine.
other.
I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the what wrestling have done for my life this year.
Okay. Well, I guess the easiest cop out. I'm always thankful of my brothers in wrestling and in life. And I'm thankful of the community that we've created
Right.
with each other and with everybody, not only that lives here in New York, but also that is all across the country. It is
Mm-hmm.
super. It's been a wonderful. It's a humbling experience, when people from anywhere, a walk of life, tell you like, "Yo, I listened to your podcast and you guys are so dope." And we always it's a humbling feeling, but we're always thankful of everybody that supported us from the beginning to now. So thank you. Hope everyone has a very good and safe and healthy
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving. Make sure to spend time with family and friends. Those that are going to Legends, we'll see you Saturday. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
It's over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.